This is this the raised roof or not? We don't know.
No, I
Patty?
don't think that's the raised.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the August 6, 2026 meeting of the Village of Dobbs Ferry Planning Board. I move that we open the meeting. Do we have a second?
Second.
Steve, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, also because
Aye, aye,
Laura's
aye,
not
aye,
here
aye.
today, we want to elevate Chris to full voting member.
Yay, Chris.
All right, the first item on the agenda is 214 Palisade Avenue. Can you tell us your name and obviously?
I'm Dan Costanza and I'm the captain of the Palisade Avenue.
Thank you.
So we're looking to continuously impose our unfortunate unconditioned vertigo. No changes to the footprint, no changes structurally, we're just gonna stay the same, only existing structural components beams will all be there, remain visible. I saw in the video from last time, you had some questions about whether they would be exposed or not. So I went ahead and just spot a rendering and just kind of shows the pockets and the existing post will stay there and stay visible. Just be framed out inside of those for travel.
That's great. I think our
That looks great,
concern,
but the drawings, well, go ahead.
I think our concern was the drawings weren't clear about whether the walls were flush with the roof, the edge of the roof.
The roof will stay exactly where it is now, which is overhanging.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that,
There's gutters on that roof, right?
I think that addressed my concern, Rob.
I guess, although the drawings didn't let, I mean, unless. And I don't, look, I think it's, the project's fine. I'm not trying to give you a hard time. I just don't. Right, this elevation
It's A4.
cannot be the rendering. If
Yeah,
you-
this is different than the
It
elevation.
can't be, because the roof is shown with no overhang whatsoever.
I think that's a mistake from there.
But that's the whole, for me,
Yep.
that was the entire issue.
Totally.
So the rendering, great. The drawings don't show what the rendering shows.
Yeah, that's right.
And then if they did, then we'd be
And
good.
we actually, I went through the drawing, my dad is a carpenter, a builder.
Uh-huh.
I went through it with him and he suggested instead of trying to go back to the architect and redoing the drawings for it, we just render it, so you guys can just see that.
So I don't know.
Existing gutters will stay as they are.
So I guess the question is from the buildings part, from everybody's point of view, do we sign off on this or do we request that the correct drawings be, and I mean, I believe you, that you want to do the right thing, but I mean, do we need
Valerie,
the
can we-
drawings to
We
reflect?
Can we adjust the resolution
I
to
think-
reference these renderings versus the plans?
Well, what I would suggest doing is maybe we make a condition. in the
Yes.
Resolution that they have to resubmit
The
the.
elevations.
Right, the plans that reflect the renderings.
That sounds good.
Unless someone else has another concern, I think that's a way to move this forward
That
without
sounds great.
overcomplicating.
Yep.
Absolutely. That sounds great.
Dan, that works for you?
Yes.
Okay.
Works for me, China. Sorry.
All right, anybody else have anything before we read the resolution?
That looks good.
Okay, Valerie?
Okay, give me 1 second.
A lot of resolutions here.
Okay. Whereas the applicant is seeking architectural and historic review approval to close the front portico into an unconditioned vestibule. The project's located at 214 Palisade Avenue. Now therefore be it resolved, the AHRB of the Village of Dobbs Ferry determines that based upon the findings and reasoning set forth below, the application for architectural and historic review approval is granted subject to the following. And then the approved plans referred to the plans dated February 21st, 2026. And one of the other conditions is the applicant shall resubmit the final plans.
A4.
It's really, or the elevation, we
Wait,
don't
what?
have to build this
Oh, okay.
necessarily, just
So elevation.
revise the elevation.
Yeah, yeah.
Right, wait,
Both
the
elevations.
applicant shall resubmit the final elevation plans per the July 31st, 2026 rendering submitted.
Okay, I make the motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Steve, all in favor? Okay, Good luck.
Thank you very much.
All right, the next item on the agenda is 443 Broadway, continuation of public hearing for site plan approval for proposed amendment of approved plans for exterior changes.
Yeah, your question?
No, I'm just gonna get the.
Yes. Okay, yeah, thank you.
No, you have to stay to the end.
No, it's sneaking home to get to my kids at that.
Oh, wow.
I move that we open the public hearing. Do we have a second?
Thank you all.
Steve,
Yeah.
all in favor?
I
Okay.
I don't know, I think in the city. Representing the owners of the property, Enzo and Pala. It sounds like there might be some confusion about what was fitted, and I can walk you through the elevations if you will.
Rob, I want you to be comfortable. I mean, if you have questions.
Well, I don't want to be, I feel like it would not be fair to Patty if we signed off on this already.
I'm comfortable with the plan as is. We can, members of the board, any comments or
Yeah, well,
questions?
no, I'm okay with it.
Okay. Valerie, any open issues that would keep us from going ahead with this?
No, I do not have any.
Anthony?
No.
Dan? Lily?
Nope.
Okay.
And this is the same height, the overall height of,
I don't know why this isn't going bigger, but this is what we had in 2024. And this is what we now have in 2026.
I think the height did change.
so where are the but what did you, what's the last set of these elevations? Because there was a letter, wasn't there a letter before the last meeting where you said, when you broached this thing about we want to raise the roof line to get extra height? Am I crazy?
I explained what we were there for, but not for a change from what we had submitted. The whole idea here is probably shown on this, the approved is the bottom. And what that does is that has the eaves coming down to the floor level.
I'm sorry, I can't.
Yeah, is there something to make it? Oh. We just have this, I have to go get my glasses.
Over here, Rob.
So. So this is what's there now. This is what we were doing before. The red is that, so that's showing what the change was. And in some ways, it's not just getting bigger, this also this brings this down. So that's not, so what it did is instead of this area in the third floor being unusable, it made those areas usable. So
I guess, my issue is not raising, my issue is the extension of this new height. To me, it makes it a little bigger, but I may not be remembering right. If that's what we saw,
I mean, we
and that was what we said was okay, then I feel like it's not fair for me to say, well, now it looks too big. But I want to be comfortable that that's what was submitted.
Yeah, I mean, if these are the renderings that we showed you at the May, and I think maybe June meeting.
Right, which don't show the issue I'm talking about, right? You
No,
can't,
they do.
no, you can't see, it doesn't show the way it does, the way it presents an elevation, right? Wait, go back to this,
Hey, Rob?
yeah.
These two drawings, I think might be valuable. It shows the previous
Right, that's what
design
he was looking, right?
and then the new design. You can see the previous design was the red outline. So the roofs definitely do bump up a few feet.
Mhm. And this was submitted,
This was part of the,
Original
June.
of this year's, when we came back, it was, we only proposed one design.
May 7th.
so those were submitted May 7th.
Yeah, they were on our,
Because they were supposed to be for the June meeting.
Okay. And then the only other question I had was the balconies, right? We're not doing those in glass.
So
Right?
we still show with glass, is there something you would prefer it to be?
Yeah,
This-
something that, yeah, like do it with balustrade, do something that doesn't look, looks less like a hotel.
I am.
No, I'm serious, Patty, it's weird.
I'm not,
okay.
it's always.
But we've been talking about it for a month and a half, right? You know, I raised it, I told you I was, okay, so do it.
So.
Don't make me happy, just get the glass away.
I think I'd probably be making Luigi happy, that I could go with a very nice quality, composite railing in white that would look like it fits in a little bit more of a traditional building.
Mhm.
We do it on very nice houses, so I'd have no problem. I'm sure it's gonna be a lot less expensive than doing glass.
AHRB is changing.
Good.
We agree with that change. We have no objections.
Great.
So maximum building height, the fact that it's 42'9" is
We're
okay.
less than what.
To change the railings.
Code says it's 40 feet.
To the
Code says 45.
Composite.
Well, I'm looking at your drawing here, it says 40 feet,
Of permitted?
maximum building height 40 feet.
Okay.
But anyway, this is what we approved. I don't feel like I can go back and, I'm just not remembering. So,
Yeah, that's measured from the grade plane to the midpoint of the pitch roof.
Oh, then it's okay.
And
Right.
at the June meeting, I think, there was the question about whether we needed to do the sky exposure goal. And then it turned out that that's not required in the B zone,
and it wouldn't be meaningful here anyway.
with being right on the property line, absolutely, you know. I don't think-
Playing field on one side and, okay. So then the only condition I would have then is the redesign of the balconies.
Okay.
Otherwise, I guess
Valerie,
we're
can
good.
we add that to the
Second.
resolution?
Yes, so you just want me to
Yeah.
wholesale, we're just gonna say they're redesigning the balconies, and then they can submit whatever? Is the building department going to?
Well, it's not the balconies, it's the railings.
Just the
around-
railings from
right,
glass
so-
From
to,
glass to some kind of more
I mean, we can be
conventional,
specific, we can say it's the in-text composition, a traditional,
railing.
whatever.
fabricated with the index, because they've got a steel interior, they're not those junky things that fall apart,
Alright, so
the 3 stories in the air.
what am I, explain it? I need exactly what you want
Yeah.
the resolution to
Less
state,
hotel.
or it's gonna be, or I'm gonna write it so that the building department has, authority to make the final decision on the railings.
Okay, can you just take it from the minutes? Or from the recording, what he just said?
In text.
In text, and it is
I'll
spelled any and.
revise the drawing too. I'll provide
Right.
just- I don't
So
want-
why don't I just, right, so why can't I just say that the applicant will submit
The balcony fronts, or the balcony frontage, or the balcony, or the railings, really, that's what it is, the balcony railings is really what it is.
A change from glass to a composite.
Well, when you say, I want to be clear, because I don't really care about what it's made out of. You're not talking about another solid panel, are you?
No.
You're talking about, we're
I'm
now,
talking about, you think like a colonial house.
With balusters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
4
it.
inches on the
Okay.
center.
perfect.
okay, I'm going to say revisions of balcony railings from glass.
To railing and baluster design.
Little rotating blades.
Nice.
Razor wire,
And razor.
broken glass,
So the pigeons don't land.
Yeah.
yes,
Okay.
little wire things.
For the
Okay,
record.
with that changed, any members of the board have any other concerns or issues they'd like to address?
Nope.
Okay, Valerie, any issues that
No,
outstanding here? Anthony?
Yeah, that's AHRB.
Dan?
I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Valerie, you want to read the resolutions?
I'll start off with the ARB just so we can get that correct.
Oh, I need to close the public hearing.
Yeah.
I move that we close the public hearing. Do we have a second? Steve, all in favor? Aye. Thank you.
All right, so whereas the applicant is seeking architectural and historic review approval to complete renovations to an existing 5-family, multifamily building. The property is located at 443 Broadway. Now therefore be it resolved, the AHRB of the Village of Dobbs Ferry determines that based upon the findings and reasoning set forth below, the application is approved granted to the following, subject to the following conditions. So it refers to the plan set date last revised June 22nd, 2026. And the condition, another condition is the applicant will revise the balcony railings from glass to railing and baluster design.
I make the motion. Do we have a second? Steve, all in favor? Okay,
All right, so then the second is site plan resolution. So whereas the applicant is seeking amended site plan approval to complete renovations, the subject is the subject property is located at 443 Broadway. I'm gonna go right down to the now therefore be it resolved. The village board of Dobbs Ferry determines that the applicant must provide one affordable housing unit. Be it further resolved that the applicant will have to pay for the recreation in lieu of, because you're making a findings in terms of requiring reservation of parkland. Be it further resolved that the planning board of the village of Dobbs Ferry grants the approval for site plan subject to the following, and the following conditions refers to the approved plans, same date, June 22nd, 2026. And then also a couple conditions, the applicant must address the full satisfaction of the village engineer, all outstanding stormwater and stormwater maintenance agreement. The applicant shall pay outstanding consultant and legal fees. And then it also refers to the 50% replacement of any trees that get removed. Another condition prior to the issuance of a certificate of occupancy is the recording of the declaration of restricted covenant, as well as the payment of rec fees and the payment in lieu of parking, because that was one of the requirements from the original project. Those are the specific conditions associated with this project.
I make the motion. Do we have a second? Steve, all in favor? Yes, okay,
Since I went so fast, will we present anything else?
get to work.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
that's good, you're good.
Now
You're
you
good.
have to stay to the end.
15 Lewis.
Well, 86 Belden, just as for mechanics, we need to open and adjourn the meeting as a continuation. So it's a continuation public hearing, 86 Belden Avenue for site plan approval for proposed exterior renovations, including swimming pool, retaining walls, and pool terrace. I move that we open the public hearing. Do we have a second? Steve, all in favor? Is there anyone here who'd like to speak to this application?
Anybody online? 38 Belvin, 86
No.
Belvin.
Okay, then I move that we adjourn it until the September 3rd, 2026 meeting.
Second.
Seconds, all in favor? Okay,
Right.
thank you. 15 Lewis Avenue, public hearing for site plan approval for proposed retaining walls, new patio, and pergola addition.
Also attended with the project engineer. This application was previously before this board and actually before it's going toward goals and see various. The quick recap of the overall project, the removal of an existing flagstone for patio, placement of retaining walls, final 6-foot final fence. We are proposing a new pervious patio with retaining walls surrounding the yard, along with 6-foot fence for the property owner. In addition, there are landscape steps up to the lower patio area. The top patio has a pergola and a little kitchen for the kitchen area. The lower lawn area is to remain. Stormwater drain, check system. Pretty much it's still.
Okay, so this is a public hearing. Let's move that we open the public hearing. Do we have a second? Steve, all in favor? Unanimous. Is there anyone who'd like to speak to this online? No? Okay, members of the board, any comments or
Steve, we got
questions?
a sec. Everything's okay with the engineers?
Valerie, do we have any concerns, open concerns?
No, I do not.
Anthony?
The main issue that was hanging out there was, the pervious patio.
in the calculation to support the zoning determination that it was pervious, and Mr. McGarvey submitted calculations. He emailed calculations which are, that demonstrate that. So I'm satisfied with that. I would just suggest that that get kind of officially submitted. I'm not sure it went in officially to the building department or not.
I did not submit it officially, I submitted it to you.
Right,
I mean,
right.
I can also submit it to the building.
Yeah, I would say submit that, and there were a couple of coordination issues between the architectural engineering plans to clean it up, just to agree. That could be conditional though, along with submission of those calculations.
Okay, Valerie, can we add that to the
Yes.
resolution? Dan, any issues?
No,
Okay.
we're good. We just, like you said, we'll need the plans submitted, the coordinated plans to the building department.
Before the building.
Okay. I don't know, members of the board, anything?
Nope.
Okay. I move that we close the public hearing. Do we have a second? Steve, all in favor? Yes, okay. Valerie, if you would.
Hold on a second.
Come on, Valerie.
Creative.
You're supposed to be writing these things over time.
Yeah, yeah.
not Making us wait.
Chat sheet.
All right, so we'll start off with the site plan. The applicant is seeking site plan approval, and I just want to, just for clarification, when he mentioned the ZBA application was related to a prior application from 2025, not this particular application. Whereas the applicant is seeking site plan approval to install a new patio, retaining wall, outdoor kitchen, and prefabricated pergola. The subject is located at 15 Lewis Avenue. Whereas, let me just go down now, therefore be it resolved, that the planning board of the Village of Dobbs Ferry determines that based upon the findings and reasonings set forth below, the application for site plan approval is granted, subject to the following condition. The approved plans refer to the plan set dated June 22nd, 2026, and the pergola plans dated July 22nd, 2025. The conditions prior to the signing of the site plan specifically deals with addressing any outstanding stormwater maintenance issue agreements, and also engineering issues raised in the hearing. And then I can also add there, the applicant will provide the building department the stormwater calculations, correct?
Or the pervious pavement calculations.
Okay. So the applicant will provide the building department the pervious payment calculations, and all proposed lighting must comply with section 300-41 of the zoning chapter. And then this also includes the 50% replacement of any trees that are coming down or the payment in lieu of. And those are the only main conditions for this particular application.
All right, I make the motion. Do we have a second? Steve?
Don't you wanna coordinate the, my site plan with this site plan?
Yeah, but I think that's covered in the
The rest-
all
the
outstanding
conditions.
issues.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's in my memo.
All right, all in favor?
Oh, who seconded?
Steve did.
Help him out.
All in favor? Okay, unanimous.
All right.
AHRB?
Yep, and then whereas the applicant is seeking architectural and historic review approval, again, the property is located at 15 Lewis Avenue. Now therefore be it resolved, the historic and architectural and historic review board of the Village of Dobbs Ferry determines that based upon the findings and reasoning set forth below, the application is approved, granted to the following conditions, and this one just refers to the two sets of plans, the pergola and the plan set.
I make the motion. Do we have a second? Steve, all in favor? Unanimous? Okay.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you, yeah. Good luck.
Yes.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
All right, the next item on the agenda is 33 Main Street, which has been adjourned until the September 3rd, 2026 meeting.
I have one question, or can I ask? Well, I'm just curious whether or not you've had any have you been having any discussions with them, Valerie and Anthony?
We had a meeting with them
Okay,
a couple of weeks ago, 3
Okay.
weeks ago.
To go through the comments and what needs to take place next. And we have not heard from them since.
okay.
One of the issues is the sewer drain. sewer drain
Getting-
is,
looking at that.
the village of Dobbs Ferry doesn't know exactly where the sewer lines go. So I think they're asking the applicant to determine where the sewer lines are.
No,
Is that true?
that's accurate.
I think we've
No,
done the GIS on all the,
Oh, okay.
We know, problem is they didn't survey sewer, man. You're talking about sanitary sewer? or
Yeah,
the-
sanitary sewer.
They didn't survey the manholes in the street and didn't locate on the survey where the sewer is.
Oh,
They
okay.
thought we were just gonna tell them what the inverts of the sewer are. That's not the way it works.
Oh, okay, okay. It's good to know.
Yeah.
Okay, just curious. Onward.
All right, the last item on the agenda is 210 Clinton Avenue, pre-submissions for site plan approval for proposed exterior renovations, including reduction of height and length of existing retaining wall.
And they requested a waiver. Is this one where the applicant asked if we would waive site plan?
Well, Dan has proposed that we waive site plan on this, and I agree with him, but, you know, we should discuss that as part of
Okay.
this. Christina, they were gonna be online, are they? Great.
Yeah. Hey, Suzanne.
Hey there. I will share my screen and I'll give you the whole background of the project. My name is Susan Janeshel. I am landscape architect with Aspect 120 Landscape Architecture. And I've been asked by the homeowners, the property owners of this site to help out with addressing issues on the property. Do you see my screen right now?
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay, great. So this is the survey. The property is a 2-acre flag lot on Clinton Avenue. Clinton Avenue is here, driveway comes down here, and it is pretty much hidden by the other properties around. The big issue here is the change in grade on the property. There's pretty much a 20-foot change in grade between the driveway here and the lawn area down here that in the past has been addressed by this big retaining wall right here that I'll show you some pictures of. So the intent of this project is to try to make this a, you know, both more pleasant as well as less visual impact and better connectivity through the site, as well as better for ecological long-term stewardship. So one other big thing is that in order to get to this lawn area, you have to basically walk across this big asphalt driveway to these really uncomfortably steep steps to get down to the lawn area. So what I have some pictures to give you a little bit of understanding what we're looking at. This is the retaining wall is over to the right-hand side on this picture. Can you see my cursor?
Mhm.
Okay, so on the right-hand side of the picture, that is the retaining wall. When you drive in, you sort of look right at the garage door here. So if you look at the next picture, you can see we're halfway down the slope. This is that retaining wall halfway down the slope. This is that steep slope. And then I will bring you to the next, which is that same retaining wall here. That's the same retaining wall around the corner on that side. You see where the house is above here, and I think this picture gives you the real story of the site, which is the wall. The wall is just too big. So what we're asking to do is to reduce the height and length of this wall and really address the descent in a much more landscape architectural way rather than an engineering way. You can see this is the plan that we've submitted to the building department. If you look at these pictures up here, I think I have it blown up here. What we're proposing to do is actually reduce the height. This is the existing height of the wall to this area that is not in green. That's how high the wall will be in the future, as well as from the other angle, the wall would be this high. Basically taking down a couple of rows of the concrete block and then eliminating the end of the wall over here as well. The way that we're going to do that is here. Basically, this is the remaining length of the wall that we're proposing. If you look here, we're taking off this piece of the wall and we're taking off this piece of the wall. And the idea is that You would walk down a couple steps here, about 18 inches to 2 feet. You're down at a little bit of a lower level than the existing grade. Then walk down another 3 feet, have a little lawn panel here, another 2 feet, have a little lawn panel here, and along the way having a rock garden with plantings, using boulders that are on the site, as well as probably a couple of boulders that are, will be imported from off-site in order to basically address that grade change. Getting down to this area where we're at a flat lawn here, and then some lawn stairs that would bring us down to that open lawn area here. So going back to my picture here, I blew it up a little bit to show you. We worked through the grades to make it work out. We have a small retaining wall here. Basically, there'll be planting between the driveway and this retaining wall, 3-to-1 slope here. And then again, about 1.5, 2 feet, no, 2.5 feet retaining wall here, and then a slope down to that level flat area here. You know, lots of thought has gone into it, as you could imagine. On the other side, basically what we're doing is taking the existing grade here and then just doing a 2.5-to-1 slope going down over here. That's the way that we're eliminating that end of the retaining wall. So this is the elevation of what it would look like from this side of the house and retaining wall. Basically, we're coming down here. There's that 2.5-foot retaining wall, continue that slope down here to get to that lawn area that I mentioned before. And this would be the remainder of the retaining wall is here with a railing above it. And this is a deer fence that would be connected, if you could imagine what that looks like in section there. And this is what the conceptual plan was in color. So basically, here's the house on the left-hand side coming downstairs to this gravel area where you would have a sitting area, and then continuing on down to those lawn panels here. So we're really excited about this, and we do realize that it does have to be, you know, taken care of by a structural engineer. We have a structural engineer on the project, and you know, we are reducing the height, reducing the length, so we don't anticipate any real challenges in terms of structural engineering, but we do have the structural engineer on the project just for you know, just to make sure that we're not going to have anything tumble down the hill. So yeah, so we're asking for a waiver of site plan approval due to the fact that we're actually not building a wall, we're reducing the wall, we're regrading some steep engineered slopes and making it more stable, more natural in terms of landform. We're reducing overall the area of maintained lawn on the overall site. On the overall site, we are expanding the native woodland planting and ecological restoration, as well as putting in some maintained meadows in other areas. And overall, we're decreasing the negative impact of this wall that can be seen by one neighboring resident, and really reducing the impact of the engineered site features. And that is what I have for you.
Thank you.
I'm curious, have you had any informal interactions with the neighbors around this?
Yeah, the owners of the house have been speaking, you know, with the various neighbors. I spoke with one of the neighbors next door about a different issue, more about trees, just the other day. So you know, as they speak to different neighbors, I'm involved in addressing anything that they want to collaborate on. The neighbor, I think it's to the southeast of them, wants to collaborate on how the driveway hits the street there, because they have basically an island of planting that should really work together as one island rather than having a fence between the property lines, and they're going to work together on that. So really, it feels like they're communicating with their neighbors, and everybody's you know, understanding that this is a tough lot. Yeah, the ones that can see the wall, I don't know if we've had any communication with that one neighbor. That's basically, let me see if I could show you you can't even see it. Basically, there's one over to the left here that sort of is towering over this site.
Are you moving a lot of fill on the downside of the wall?
We are moving fill up on the downside of the wall here to make it a little bit less visible. So if you see
Oh, okay.
here, we're actually adding
Uh-huh.
fill here, and we're going to be planting it. We have a lot of moving of soil. We don't anticipate bringing much fill into the site. It's really just moving things around the site. We'll probably bring in topsoil, but that's the only really added soil that we're going to be bringing in. And mulch, of course.
Lighting that's part of this?
Not at this point. We really haven't considered lighting. It's definitely not a part of this reduction of the wall. I don't anticipate anything major, but we know to keep it to be dark sky compliant, when we do get to that point, if that's necessary.
Was there evidence of erosion in the current conditions, in the existing condition?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Basically, I think this right here, this could show you the erosion that's happening on the site here. There's, we're really addressing a lot of different issues on this side. I don't think anybody's really looked at the site from an ecological perspective ever, but also it's just been a mowed lawn for probably the past 40 years. And we really want to make it more of, what we preach today about ecological stewardship of residential property. It's really impressive how these property owners are really addressing these things and taking care of it. It's a labor of love, of course.
So the reshaping is going to help with retention.
Yes, most definitely.
Okay.
Questions? I think this is
Yeah, it's cool.
a quite nice improvement. If I were the neighbor, I'd be delighted to see this over that existing retaining wall. Do any other members of the board have questions or concerns? Okay. Anthony, this is obviously has some engineering component to it. Is there anything that would keep us from waiving site plan?
No, I don't have any engineering issues. It's really exercise in landscape architecture, reducing the enginered features on the site,
Having a low impact
which I'm
development.
totally against, but I'll go along with it.
It's a landscape architect's dream, really.
Valerie, any concerns?
No, I do not.
Okay, and Dan, you still stand by that we can waive this? Okay,
Oh, boy.
so I move that we waive site plan in this project. Do I have a second? Steve, all in favor? Unanimous? Okay. And Valerie, you have an AHRB
Yes.
resolution?
Whereas the architectural and historic review approval, whereas the applicant is seeking architectural and historic review approval to reduce the extent and height of the existing retaining wall. The property is located at 210 Clinton Avenue. Now therefore be it resolved that the AHRB of the Village of Dobbs Ferry determines that based upon the findings and reasoning set forth below, the application for architecture and historic review approval is granted subject to the following conditions. And it refers to the site plans dated November 1st, 2025, and the stormwater plan dated September 16th, 2025.
I make the
And
motion.
and the retaining wall reduction plan dated July 1st, 2026.
I make the motion. Do we have a second? Steve, all in favor? Unanimous? Okay.
Thank you so much.
Good luck.
Thank you.
This pathway procession down the hill is really nice.
Yeah, I like
Yeah, it
that.
looks beautiful.
Thanks.
I love the addition of the boulders. It just looks.
Yeah, that's great.
So natural.
Nice work.
All right, before we close
Thank
the
you so
meeting, does
much.
anybody have anything they want to discuss or bring up? Okay, then I move that we close the meeting. Do we have a second? Steve, all in favor? Unanimous? Okay. Have a nice evening, everyone.
A nice end of summer.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.